The deficit's at an all-time high as carbon emissions fill the sky, and North Korea's firing bombs as political accusations fly, and California just got hit by a swarm of killer bees. And now you tell me there's a fucking global disease. COVID-19, COVID-19. I've been sitting here in quarantine while the nightly news tells deadly tales of COVID-19, COVID-19, COVID-19. Could you spare some hydroxychloroquine? 'Cause I think that I've got COVID-19. COVID-19, COVID-19. Take another shot of Listerine as we raise our glasses high again to COVID-19, COVID-19, COVID-19. I had sex with Candy Finkelstein in a dream I had about COVID-19. And I can't wait till I'm dead from COVID-19.
Rolling up the tracks, 5 hours down. Game master flashing me, tearing through town. Venting about work, laughing at trash. The stream line's a joke, but we're making it last. Uber ride, bet we're lucky we live. Driver took right away like a personal gift. Enzo said open, but lied through their teeth. So we left our chairs out, rebellion in the streets. And I can hear the sound, it's calling out. Sacred hearts alive, and there's no doubt. Henry's on fire, got the whole place laughing. 6 strings slinging, piano magic happened. Their fields burning with the spotlight glow. Saturday night, we're stealing the show. And Nikki, harmony's tight, cracking us up with their left field bite. Matt's got the keys to the whole damn place. Told me to send my tracks his way. 10 cars snapping shots like a ghost in the dark. John of the shreds here throwing jokes like darts. Sax in the mix, cool as the night. Bubble bass and hey, felt like a microstorm, alright. And I can hear the sound, it's calling out. Sacred hearts alive, and there's no doubt. Henry's on fire, got the whole place laughing. 6 strings slinging, piano magic happened. Their fields burning with the spotlight glow. Saturday night, we're stealing the show. The doors, but let us say Barstool's full stories on replay. New York trains can't wait till dawn. This night ain't over till the lights are gone. This night ain't over till the lights are gone. string slinging, piano magic happened. Fairfield's burning with a spotlight glow. If you weren't here, well, now you know. Shout out to the ones who couldn't be here. We'll drink one down and save them a cheer. Saturday night, Fairfield's alive with Henry on stage. Man, what a time!
One day she's got a boyfriend, the next day she's engaged, and then she says she's married. Girl, why are you playing these mind games? Love games, head games, brain games, mind benders, brain twisters. She's playing with my mind. I saw her on the street with another guy. Funny, cause she told me she didn't want to be in a relationship. Mind games, love games, head games, word games, brain twisters, mind busters. She's playing with my mind. Word quizzes, brain busters, trivia questions, puzzle conundrums, jigsaw puzzles, crossword puzzles, Sudoku, word search.
Checking the mic, test 1, 2, 2, check. Checking the mic, test, help. 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 Okay. 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 Computer, volume 10. Computer, what time is it?
The time is 11:01 a.m.
Computer, tell me about Henry's Kitchen.
Henry Kitchen Park is a point of interest.
No. Computer, why is the sound fucked up?
I don't know that.
Computer, do you know anything?
I know about lots of things. Try asking a question.
Computer, why is the sound fucked up?
I don't have an answer for that.
Ugh. Check. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today we're going to be teaching you how to make mushroom catsup. If you want to see a picture. No. Here it is. That's what we're going to be making today. I don't know. Each day I plod my weary way out of bed and into the kitchen, put on coffee, and I look forward to the couple of days a week that I can share it with you. Sorry about the timing of that. My coffee, I have a pretty cool coffee maker, actually. It grinds the beans in real time so that the coffee that you're drinking is very fresh. I don't have a lot of things in my life, but I've found that if you have a really, really good coffee maker that does all that stuff, you don't necessarily need a person in your life. Parasitosis says sharing fuck. Yeah, my sentiments exactly. Mochi's Nirvana, good to see you. It says, hi Henlips, lovely to spend some time together today, buddy. Yeah, good to spend time with you too. Thanks for joining us. Bert Bufftug is here and says, I have one like that. You can set it to a timer even. I love it. Oh yeah, that's the best. When you have something you have to wake up for in the morning, it's wonderful to set the timer because you feel like somebody's in that kitchen making coffee for you. But in reality, it's a robot, and it's no human contact. Dark Ages says, not sure if I'd call it ketchup, but it makes sense as a sauce. Mushrooms are packed with glutamates. I'm sure it's tasty. Ooh, you got me there. Computer, what is a glutamate?
Glutamate is a noun meaning a salt or ester of glutamic acid.
Computer, can you repeat that?
Glutamate is a noun meaning a salt or ester of glutamic acid.
Computer, please repeat.
Glutamate is a noun meaning a salt or ester of glutamic acid.
Sorry, I was mostly just doing a sound check. Hey, Caffeinated Kath is here. Hi, Henry. The coffee machine at our office sucks. We hate it. It's very watery and flavorless. Oh, you're going to have to replace that. I would think the company should probably spring for a good coffee maker. That's one of the reasons that people wake up in the morning, and you might as well have happy employees. You know what the old saying says, happy employees make happy customers, and happy customers make a happy world, or something like that. I don't know. It's been a long time since I worked for corporate America, unless you include the little bit of sponsorships that we did here on Twitch with HelloFresh. Clarpus says, I ate mushrooms with a witch one time. Oh, that sounds awesome. Maybe you could tell us about that. Maybe that would be a good Halloween story, because Halloween is right around the corner. All we have is August, and then all of September, and then all of October. So it's really not right around the corner. Sorry about that. Chop Saw Charlie says, I love tasty glutomaze. Yeah. And Bert Bufftug says, I think glutamates are sold in supplement stores to get you buff. Yeah, I thought glutamates were some type of, some sort of a muscle or something. I don't know. Like I got to work the glutamates. Robert Table says, I do squats to strengthen my glutamates. Okay, so I was right about that. Fanatic Fox says, hello, why are they called mushrooms? They're never mushy. Sometimes they can be. As a matter of fact, they will be in this recipe. I'm going to show you what they're going to look like when we're done. They're going to be a catsup, if you will. Computer, what's the difference between a catsup and a ketchup?
From recipes.net. Catsup is typically sweeter and tangier than ketchup, which tends to have a thicker consistency and a more pronounced tomato flavor.
Okay, well, one thing's for sure. We do not have Worcestershire sauce, which the recipe calls for. However, I have A1 sauce, I think. Oh my goodness. Is there any even left in here? I hope we don't need much. Boy, that's strong. Computer, can you substitute A1 sauce for Worcestershire sauce?
From a coupleofcooks.com. It's a great Worcestershire sauce alternative if you have it on hand, since the flavor profiles are very similar, though A1 sauce is thicker in texture.
Okay, we'll have to keep that in mind. My cat roast beef has arisen. He is dealing with a difficult bathroom situation today. He gets up and he looks at the bathroom like it's a bridge of hot coals that he has to walk across, and he's very hesitant. I feel for him. I love that guy, and he is in a lot of pain. He's a geriatric cat. I have been working with the vet to try to come up with solutions, but mostly what I'm getting back is that he's a very old cat and it causes a lot of discomfort. There are some limited options for painkillers with cats, but not much, surprisingly, and not necessarily proven to be effective. We've tried a few. But he's hopefully going to feel better after a nice BM. He'll be very angst-ridden, and all of a sudden he'll just have that one BM that's for the ages, and then he'll just sit like this, like relaxed for a long time. I hope that's what's happening now. Of course, it will make the apartment smell like shit. CDT says, hello, Henry. Loved your videos back in the day. Recently found out you're streaming, which is awesome. Thank you. I always like to see new people joining up with us on here. I really do. And Sir Oinkin says, I like this stream. I'm glad to hear it. We have fun here. Puglady2600 says, Henry, can you add a little water to the AI and shake it if you don't have enough? To the AI? Yeah, I can do that. Boner of a Lonely Fart says, maybe he just needs more Reiki. Yeah, we might have to do a little Reiki treatment today. Let's check in with our alerts here. Chop Saw Charlie resubscribed for 7 months. Thanks, Chop Saw Charlie. And Mochi tipped $4.20 and says COVID-19 is such a banger. I think you're talking about the song by Jose Suicidio, not the pandemic, which none of us want to revisit. Holy crap, awesome says, thank Pug Lady meant the A1 sauce. Oh, okay. All right, first off, thanks, Mochi, so much for that tip. There's that weird number we see sometimes, $4.20. Thank you very much for that, and hope to see you in Key West, Florida. I believe that's happening. And also, I realize now Pug Lady said A1, not AI. I've been seeing so much AI stuff lately, I just read it as AI. But now I got to go back to the comment to see what it was. And it's not going to be easy. Pug Lady said, Henry, you can add a little water to the A1, I see, and shake it if you don't have enough. Okay, now I get it. And thank you very much, Pug Lady, because we might have to do that. Okay, Bert Buff Tug says, I do the same thing when I have a nice dookie. That's probably a reference to what we were talking about earlier. Parasitosis says, why not vinegar? I do have some malt vinegar that was called for this recipe, but it actually calls for both malt vinegar and Worcestershire sauce. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of water in because I'm feeling a little dehydrated and not great, to be honest with you. And I'm also going to refill my coffee. Mochi's Nirvana says, Henry, are you going to swirl around and sing The Hills Are Alive to the sound of music? It really does feel like I should with this background. I believe this was Janie Mango's background picture, and it's from Idaho, or somewhere near the border of Idaho and Utah. There was a caption, but this is from last week. I'm going to start going through some of the pictures from this week that you, the users, have submitted. And let's see what we've got here. Dark Ages, in honor of Ozzy Osbourne, sent us this picture, which I'm not immediately seeing the Ozzy reference. But it says, in honor of Ozzy, the craziest train photo. Oh, I see, Crazy Train. Excellent song. Ozzy Osbourne's breakout solo hit after, 9 years of being with Black Sabbath and founding Black Sabbath. Says the craziest train photo I have in my collection, a flying one at the Red Bull Flug Tag in Chicago years ago. Thank you. Thanks, Dark Ages, for being on point with a crazy train photo. Oh, Janie Mango says that was somebody else's picture. I'm sorry, I might have misattributed it, but I'm sure last week I got it right. Oh, well, I can tell you whose it was. Hold on, let's see who gave us the Hills Are Alive photo. It's Kate. It's Kate. Okay, everybody. I think it's time to do a song. We're not going to do Crazy Train, although that's a great song. But we have a request here from Saguaro Ooh for the iconic Black Sabbath song that I heard when I was 10 years old. And I heard that unique voice and I became a lifelong fan. And we're going to use the electric guitar on this, using the wireless system and amp that was gifted to me by you, the users. Here we go. Got some reverb. Can you hear the guitar? I need to ask if people can hear the guitar and is there reverb? I am Iron Man. Is he alive or dead? Has he see or is he blind? Can he walk at all? Or if he moves, will he fall? Is he alive or dead? Has he thoughts within his head? We'll just pass him there. Why should we even care? He was turned to steel in a great magnetic field when he traveled time for the future of mankind. Nobody wants him. He just stares at the wall. Planning his vengeance that he soon will unfurl. Now the time is here for Iron Man to spread fear. Vengeance from the grave, kill the people he once saved. Nobody wants him, they just turn their heads. Nobody helps him, now he has his revenge. Heavy boots of lead fill his victims full of dread. Running as fast as they can, Iron Man lives again. know if I ever actually read the lyrics for that song. It's pretty crazy. Bert Bufftug says, Henry, I think it's important to remind chat that if they don't have any malt vinegar, they can substitute it for malt liquor, since they're both made out of malt. I didn't realize that, but I suppose you can. Purple Donut Filling is Fruit says, if I had socks on, I would have rocked them off. That's awesome. Thanks, Saguaro Oo, for that awesome suggestion. Pug Lady says that was one for the ages. Thanks, everybody. That was the song that I heard. You know, that song came out in 1970, which was only 14 years after Elvis Presley's Hound Dog. And when you think about 14 years ago is when I started the Henry's Kitchen series. It doesn't feel like that long ago, but the distance from Elvis's Hound Dog to that seems like it's millennia. Computer, what's the plural of millennium?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the plural of millennia is millenniums.
Millenniums. I don't know why it was something. I just learned the origin of the song upon hearing, this is Dark Ages, hearing Tony Iommi's main guitar riff at rehearsal for the first time. Vocalist Ozzy Osbourne remarked that it sounded like a big iron bloke walking about. That's where it all started. And I'm sure there were drugs involved. This 10 years after that came this song. This is more appropriate for the picture.
Driving me insane. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
That's my attempt to remember the Randy Rhoads licks from way back. Randy Rhoads died. He was Ozzy's guitar player. I guess he was probably about 23 or something. It was early 80s, and they're together again, Randy Rhoads and Ozzy Osbourne, in that they're both dead, I guess. But it's very sad. I mean, it's always sad when someone dies. I gotta say, with Ozzy, he lived a very hard partying life and probably a very fun life. So I think a lot of us are just a little surprised even that he made it as long as he did. And he performed 2 weeks ago in his native Birmingham, England, and was awesome. He sang Mr. Crowley. You can see it on YouTube. It's incredible. He sang a lot of stuff. Bert Bufftug says, was that from some new and up and coming underground band? It might be, if we've gone through a time warp. Holy Crap Awesome says, does computer ever get accurate information? No, it really never does. Orlando Trustful says, holy smoke, it's that old guy from TikTok. Where? Matt TORBLX says, Henry, the reverb is still on. Oh yeah, I would imagine it. Well, we're still not done with the music portion. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks, Saguaro Oo, for that trip down memory lane, and Ozzy Osbourne, may he rest in peace. Thanks, NY Carl. All right. We're going to make things very acoustic here. we're gonna change it up. Thanks again, Dark Ages, for that cool Aussie-related picture. Pug Lady sends us this cool pic of birds. This is beautiful, wow. And cacti. This almost looks like a painting or something. This is nice. Maybe we'll use this for our background for our next song. Thanks, Pug Lady. Jaeger Squad has resubscribed for 2 months. Thanks, Jaeger Squad. Bert Bufftug says, Henry, I think it's important to remind chat. Oh yeah, and we talked about the malt liquor. Yeah, I didn't realize you could replace malt liquor with malt vinegar. But I guess it'd be even better now that I think about it if you had to choose. This is a song that's an old song that I wrote many, many years ago, but I've been trying to reincorporate it, and I'm trying to actually... Whoa! Anonymous just gifted 5 Tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Anonymous, thanks for everything that you've always done throughout history so much, from the digital hacking to writing the Gregorian chants of the Middle Ages, and your alcoholics too. Just so much stuff that Anonymous has done, including taking the time to gift us 5 Tier 1 subs. It's very kind of you, because in reality, it is very, well, your support is very appreciated. Let me just leave it at that. Oh, that's right. M. Cariotti reminds us that Anonymous wrote the song Greensleeves. Anonymous has been busy for many, many years. Orlando Trustful says Anonymous is 100% Tom Segura giving back to the poor people. Well, if I'm the poor person, then that is definitely true. Or do you mean in general? Matt T.O. RBLX says, is it bad that I randomly bring up the veggie turducken during conversations? Yeah, Dan Pashman, I think, invented the veggie duck, the veggie duck, and I think in the late 2013s. And we did a video of it. But I'm going to go ahead and try this song. Dazzlecat actually requested this song when we were in Naperville, Illinois recently for the big show that we had about a month ago. And it sort of reminded me that this might be a song that's worth doing again, and I've updated some of the lyrics here and there, so I hope you enjoy it. I may not be a movie star, I may not drive a shiny car, I may not be surrounded by celebrities or royalty, I may not be the Prince of Wales or the King of Siam. In fact, I don't remember just exactly who I am, 'cause I got hit in the head by a brick and I can't remember one damn thing. Hit in the head by a brick and I don't remember anything. Whoa! Borsenvin just gifted 20 Tier 1 subs. Amazing. Thank you so much, Borsenvin. That's very kind of you and good to see you on here. And Blinder resubscribed for 19 months. And Husky Boyo, our old Twitch buddy, has resubscribed for 35 months and says, Ozzy, never heard of her. It was a man, Ozzy Osbourne. Start with Iron Man and then just work forward from there. All right, let me see if I can do this new verse. I might have been some despicable white-collar criminal. I might have been the guy who absconded with investor funds from a crypto rug pull. I might have been a foreign spy. I might have bombed the Nord Stream pipeline. I might have been some mastermind, but don't expect me to testify, 'cause I got hit in the head by a brick and I can't remember a fucking thing. Hit in the head by a brick and I don't remember anything. I got hit in the head by a brick and I can't remember one damn thing. I might have been a funny singer,
but now I can't tell jokes and I can't sing. And maybe the bridge for this song was once a little bit lower, maybe just a little bit funnier, maybe just a bit more clever, but don't expect me to remember. Oh yeah, we might have had a one-night stand. I might have even said I love you. I might have even promised you a mountain or the evening sky. We might have called each other honey. I might have even borrowed money. We might have almost had it all, but don't expect me to return your call, 'cause I got hit in the head by a brick and I can't remember one damn thing. Hit in the head by a brick and I can't remember anything. And of course, when we do it live, we'll have everybody sing along. What the fuck? Anonymous just gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for your continued anonymous support. That's very kind of you. Very appreciative of that. And Bert Bufftug says, hype train go choo-choo. Yep. Dazzlecat says, WTF. Maybe I should go, let's do the refrain of hitting the head by a brick, but this time I want all of you guys to sing along with it. Here. 3, 4. Hit in the head by a brick and I can't remember a fucking thing. Hit in the head by a brick and I can't remember anything. One more time, everybody. Hit in the head by a brick and I can't remember one damn thing. Hit in the head. If you listen very close, you can hear people all over the world sitting in front of their computers or their phones singing by a brick and I can't remember any fucking thing. Thanks. Pug Lady's got it. Game Master Flash gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Game Master Flash. That's extremely kind of you, generous. Game Master Flash has bought me many a pizza when these recipes don't work out, and I appreciate that. And I think a few beers along the way too when we've hung out in person. Calicus says Finland is singing. Awesome. This is so cool. Thank you, everybody. There's only one other original thing I'm going to do, and that's just a relatively new verse of my Sweet Little Blossom song that I co-wrote with Joe Kelly Jr. And this is a verse that I always screw up, so I'm going to try to do it without screwing up. You are the earth, I am the moon. You are the earth, I am the moon. Sweet little earth of mine, regulating your tide, using my gravitational pull to stabilize your axis tilt and help keep a relatively moderate climate condition. Sweet little earth of mine. Almost made it through. I'm supposed to say, and help maintain a relatively moderate climate condition, but I said keep. But Janie Mango says this is one to sing around the campfire. It sure is. All right, let's go into another pick. Thanks again, Pug Lady, for this awesome pick. And okay, this is Janie Mango, who sent this picture from Bryce Canyon. Wow, this is really something. This is incredible. Matt TORBLX says, I wish my science teacher would sing that to us. Yeah. So Bryce Canyon, I believe that's in Utah, am I right? Dark Ages. Damn, I want to go there. I feel like you guys have at least been in the vicinity of Bryce Canyon, because you've sent pictures, I guess, maybe from Colorado. Borsenvin says, this canyon is Brycing all right. Computer, what does it mean to Bryce?
In Celtic, the name Bryce means swift. In Scottish, the name Bryce means speckled. In England, the name Bryce means son of a nobleman.
Okay.
Evil Ian 02 says Bryce must have been rich to own that whole canyon. Yeah, must have been just a miser. Dazzlecat says, what about French? What about French? Maybe there's a... Oh, what about in French? What does it mean to Bryce? Yeah, probably means something different. Okay. Borsenvin says, in France, the name Bryce means shut the fuck up, computer. Michael Bublé says, what does Bruce mean? What a stupid name, Bruce. There were some pretty famous Bruces. I think Bruce Wayne comes to mind. Okay. Thank you very much, Janie Mango. That picture was definitely a hit. And Michelle C. sends us this picture from the Great Salt Lake. This is Antelope Island, and it looks like there are bison. Would these be river bison, or would these be... Yeah, Bruce Banner, you're right. Purple donut filling his fruit. Would these be lake bison, or maybe a different body of water, like a river bison? Either way, this is a really cool pic. Thanks so much, M. Cariotti or Michelle C. And M. Cariotti says, we could call them riverbison, but they are actually lake bison. Okay. Well, either way, they're very awesome. Orlando Trustful says, Bruce Kunderlicker. I might be saying that wrong. Bruce Springsteen, you're right. Game Master Flash. Yeah, there are quite a few Bruces. There's also the Bruce that ELO refers to in the song Don't Bring Me Down. Bruce, don't bring me down. Dark Ages, I've been keeping my eyes out for riverbison on our trips. Next time we go to Yellowstone, maybe. Yeah, that would be good. One more image. This one comes to us from Henry Townsend. I think there's just one more image. There might be more. I'm not... Oh, wait, no. Well, here's Henry Townsend gives us this dark and dreary picture, which I think is appropriate for Henry's Kitchen. It's getting me in the mood to cook a very English dish called mushroom catsup. I'll be using A1 sauce as well as malt vinegar, which is London pub malt vinegar, traditional British flavor. I think this is the kind of stuff you dip your fish and chips in, if I'm not mistaken. Bert Bufftug says, the wife and I are doing a road trip to Moab, Utah in late September. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any river bison there. That's too bad. Holy Crap Awesome says, Lively, is there a festival going on? Yeah, it does look like there's some kind of street festival happening in the background here. Thanks, Henry Townsend. And we've also got this picture from our very own Parasitosis, who recently had a birthday. This, I assume, is the neighborhood where Parasitosis either works or lives. Parasitosis works at the Weights and Measures Authority in the state of, well, I don't want to dox, so I'll let you say what state it is. But we're going to need your help a lot today. I hope you're around because we're working with grams. And of course, here in the US, like my cups and everything are all just tablespoons and cups. So I have to deal with grams. So I'm going to be doing a lot of conversion. And God knows that the computer is completely useless when it comes to doing anything like that. Okay, everybody. Well, I think we've gotten off quite enough here, and it's time for us to enter the kitchen and do what we have to do, which is to cook. We had a lot of fun. Parky Barky 2 says, I think I hear a river bison. Yep, I'm hearing you loud and clear. River bison, go away. Check. Check test 1, 2. All right. Welcome to The kitchen, my nightmare, my hell. Here we are. And oh boy, are we going to be making a huge fucking mess today. There's a lot of shit. If you're just joining us, we're going to be making this. It's called mushroom catsup, and apparently it's something that is nice to dip your toast in, or if you have saltines. I don't even know if I have either of those things, but we're going to find something to dip it in. If you want to see the ingredients here, oh my goodness. I'm going to be using the nutmeg that I think, was it Nancy Drudels that gave us the nutmeg for the anniversary? I don't remember, but this is going to be a lot of fun. They're nutmeg balls, and I think you scrape them up against something sharp, and some flakes come out. Purple donut filling is fruit. Says, mushroom really aren't my thing. Can I use chocolate instead? Sure. Pretty sure it was Nancy, says Game Master Flash. I haven't seen Nancy Drudels in a little bit. But I want to thank her for giving us this. We did meet her in person at the show, and that was awesome. Okay. Let's see here. Oh my God. I'm just getting tired even thinking about what we have to do today. Parky Barky 2 says, can we use magic mushrooms? That's all there was at the store. I don't think you were at a store, because my understanding is that that's illegal, unless maybe you're in Amsterdam or something like that. Okay, let's, I'm going to be using a video for this one. I found a video for how to make this, and we're going to go to that. So hold on just a sec. Yeah. Here's a fella. Goes by the name of Keith Cooks. I believe he's British. And let's go with Keith Cooks in terms of how we're gonna make our mushroom catsup.
Greetings gastronauts, this is Keith Cooks. I'm Keith, and today I'm going to do something very basic and very tasty. I'm going to make mushroom ketchup.
I'm glad to hear that it's very basic and very tasty.
And this was requested
Dark
by
Ages says,
Brenda
"I love this
Rigdon
guy."
in sunny Florida. And I've got to tell you, I've never had this before. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever seen it on sale in shops in the UK. So I'm quite keen to try it, and it looks pretty easy. So if you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, etc. And let's get on with it. A mushroom ketchup. Right, ingredients. Mushrooms, obviously. So I've got 250 grams of big flat mushrooms, 250 grams of chestnut mushrooms.
We need...
and 20 grams of dried porcini mushrooms.
We're going to need your help with all the conversion that we're doing.
And so I'll use half of that. And oh my goodness, this little thing costs £4.25.
I don't have pecorino mushrooms.
Anyway, delicious umami. And a medium onion. I've also got 60 ml of malt vinegar, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of Henderson's relish, or if you can't get that because you don't live in Yorkshire or UK now, you can use that other thing, Worcestershire sauce.
He means Worcestershire
juice
sauce.
Of 1 lemon,
well, we have
salt
A1.
and ground black pepper to taste, and a teaspoon of nutmeg. We've got nutmeg balls. To rehydrate the porcini mushrooms, so I've got some boiling water, about 100 ml. Okay, we're gonna skip the Pancini mushrooms or whatever. We're just going to use regular mushrooms for this, but I am going to rinse them, I think. So here, let's go ahead and rinse our mushrooms. First, I think I'm going to need to take out... We need to clear the air. Clear the area here. We need a nice board, which we have here.
beautiful board that was gifted to me by you, the users. All right, I'm going to take a few of these mushrooms. It says it wants 60 grams. Computer, how many cups is 60 grams of mushrooms?
70 grams of mushrooms is equivalent to about 1/3 cups of mushrooms.
All right. This is going to be hard. Matt Tio RBX says, why don't you watch Henry's Kitchen? I'm sure he has a video on how to make this. No, believe it or not, he doesn't, but he will now. Okay, so I'm going to just run these under some water. Make sure there's no bugs and... Oh my God. I've got a bunch of fruit flies here. I really have way too many bugs for a 55-year-old man. Okay. Something like that. All right. So now we've got our mushrooms. Let's get back to our video here.
And those need to stand for 5 or 10 minutes. And already I'm getting the aroma. It's amazing. Woody, like wood. I need to do some heavy chef's knife. And I was going
Did you say he's getting wood?
Splash out and get a Wusthof
Sorry, that
20
was
centimetre classic icon, but they're about 140 quid. And
Rainy Reveries, I don't know
and I read a review of this.
catsup a mushroom. I didn't know you could
It uses
catsup
exactly
a
the
mushroom.
same steel as the
I
Wusthof.
think you can.
And pretty similar design. And
Oh,
it was
we're also
very
skipping
highly
the onion because I
recommended
didn't see it in the
article I read.
recipe. I'm sorry.
And it cost less than £40. And I've had it a month or two, and
Let's
I really...
skip over the onion. There's no way. Wait, hold on. That's
and
got to
it
be
cost
trick
less
photography.
than £40. And I've had it a month or two, and I'm really pleased with it. Right, here we go.
No way.
I'm going to start sweating the onions, so you want to heat some oil in a heavy buttered pan. Not too hot, actually. And then put these in, get them coated in oil.
We're going to skip all the
turn the
onion
heat down
stuff.
as low as you can. And just
We're
put
skipping
the lid
quite
on
a bit
and
of this.
Let them sweat for 5 or 10 minutes. And while that's happening, we'll chop the mushrooms up.
No way.
So, just a word about the mushrooms.
on.
You don't have to use exact...
No way.
So, just a word about the...
That's got to be some kind of trick photography. I'll try it. Let's see here. I'm going to watch one more time.
We'll chop the mushrooms up.
There is a cut there. Fuck. There's no way. Now I gotta wash another onion. I mean, I got a couple of them in there. I guess it's sort of possible, but wow, that's pretty incredible. I'm gonna wash this. I guess we're just gonna cut these the old-fashioned way. Maybe since we're making sort of a medieval dish from England, maybe we'll put on a little chainmail to protect our hand. I use the Royal We out of respect for our friends across the pond. I don't know if this is right. But whatever. Yeah, this will work. Okay, so this is going to completely protect this hand. There's nothing that can penetrate that. It's chainmail. Okay, Rainy Reverie says knights had bigger hands back then. Yeah, I think that's probably what's happening here. He looks like he's got his mushrooms sort of cubed. So we're going to get ours looking like that. Whoops. All right, so let's just chillax for a second here and cut up some mushrooms. This should be sort of a therapeutic kind of a moment. Boy, I really feel like dehydrated or something like that. I found this video game on my phone, World Series of Poker, WSOP, and I played it for about 18 hours straight, and I didn't eat or drink any fluids. I guess it's probably safe to say it's very addicting. Matt TRBLX says, watch out for mace wielders while cooking, Henry. Maces are effective weapons against chainmail. Yeah, hopefully I'm not going to get attacked by anybody today. I think a lot of that, when you see crime statistics, those are usually hyped up. Usually by the police unions. At least here in the U.S. But every now and then you will see a news story about some guy wielding a mace. All right. How are we doing here? Is this looking okay? I'm going to keep on doing it. Hello, everybody, says Ursula. Hey, good to see you, Ursula. Thanks for joining us today. We're having fun. Wow, this is a shit ton of mushrooms. Computer, how many cups is a shit ton?
From Answers.com, there are approximately 16,000 cups in a ton.
Okay, but that's a ton. That's a regular ton. M. Cariotti says, Henry VIII wasn't a fighter, he was an eater. Yeah, I guess he was mostly known for his eating. Okay, and Pancake King says he was a lover too. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Dan the Dork says he was a wife decapitator. All right, I think Henry VIII is starting to sound a little more and more scandalous with every description of him. I don't want to malign Henry VIII. But wife decapitator doesn't sound gentlemanly. Alrighty. I think we've done the mushrooms. So let's see what we're supposed to do now. Let's check in with our guy here.
So, just a word about the mushrooms. You don't have to use exactly what I've said here, although, you know, the wild mushrooms, the porcini, are quite important because they're very strongly umami flavoured. But, you know, you can use whatever you can get. And these days, if you buy them from a supermarket, they're probably going to be nice and clean. And, you know, there might be some tiny bits of growing medium on them, which you can just flick off with your finger. But there's no need to wash them. Some people go completely... If you mention putting a drop of water near...
Did he just swear? Well, I wonder what he said. I'm going to guess he said some people go completely apeshit. Dark Ages thinks he said fuck.
Mushroom. Okay, so choppy.
Parasitosis says, how the fuck does computer go from mass to volume? Like, is it dependent on their density of the object being measured? She's a fucking idiot. I agree. Parasitosis, I should mention, is our weights and measures authority here at Henry's Kitchen. Borsenven says, them metrologists are picky AF. Pancake King says, I don't think it's considered a cuss word over there. Yeah, that's true. Whatever it was that he said. He might have said the C word, yeah. There are some words like that they just throw around that don't mean it. Like, and correct me if I'm wrong, our friends across the pond here, but I don't think that the word douchebag has any meaning out there in the UK. You can just go up to someone and say, hey, you're a douchebag, and they might just look at you funny, but they're not going to be insulted. That it just literally doesn't mean anything. Nami X03 says, no, it doesn't. Okay, that's confirmation right there. I would suggest trying it and just see what happens. Maybe if you're at a bar sometime, because I feel like that would be it'd be kind of a fun feeling to be able to use the word douchebag with complete impunity. Dan the Dork says douche means shower in French. Yeah, that's where it comes from. It's a French word.
Now we can add the mushrooms to the onions, and maybe add some more oil if you think you
Okay,
need
now
to.
we're going to do this.
And
we're going to put
we'll
oil.
Just
It
get
doesn't
those
ever
all coated
say-
and let those cook down for 5-10 minutes. They'll release a lot of liquid and take up
5 or
less
10 minutes, so
volume.
that means 7.5
And you can see here
minutes.
the liquid is pooling at the bottom of the pan. So what you need to do now is take the lid off, turn up the heat a little bit, and try and get that to evaporate. Once you've got a dryish mixture, you can add the porcini mushrooms.
We don't have porcini.
Separate those from their liquid, but keep the liquid in case we need it later on.
I don't see why we would need the liquid.
So let those cook for about 5 minutes, and then add all the other ingredients. So that's the nutmeg, the vinegar, the sugar,
I
the lemon
see.
juice,
I'm just
and
getting a
the
bird's eye view of
Henderson's
what we're
relish,
doing
or
here.
Worcestershire sauce, and
Worcestershire
then
sauce.
salt and ground black pepper to taste. Okay, I've tasted it and seasoned it and tasted it again, and it's not very nice.
Okay, well that's encouraging. Let's get to work here. Oh my God. This is such hell. Such a pain in the ass. But we got to do it. I want to see what mushroom catsup a la Keef Cook tastes like. Look at that. The mushrooms are the same color as the background. The my counter is also the same color as bugs, which makes it very difficult to see when bugs are on there unless it's moving. All right, let's get some of our olive oil here. Doesn't say how much, but I'm going to use maybe whatever amount this is. We'll use about a half of a quarter of a cup. Let that cook a little bit. I like to have a paper towel handy for putting this kind of stuff on. Parasitosis says Hemipeptera is the scientific name for order of insects known as true bugs. Thank you. You Fear Jazz says, I just joined the stream. Are those chopped moth bodies? No, these are mushrooms, believe it or not. We're also going to be playing with these nutmeg balls. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, guys. I guess it's time to put these mushrooms in there. We are making mushroom catsup. For anybody just joining us. We found out earlier that catsup is a tangier, thicker version of ketchup. But for all practical purposes, they can be used in the same way. Let's get this thing. It's all overflowing over the fucking rim. I hate when it happens like that. It means I didn't pick a large enough thing. Probably going to add a little more oil here. Just going to eyeball it. These are called Baby Bella mushrooms, but you can use button mushrooms. You can use shit takes, which we've used before. Any type of mushroom that suits your fancy. Okay, now let's start grinding our balls. We've got here some nutmeg balls. I don't know how many of these we're going to use. I've never worked with these before. There should be a there was a device of some sort that we were using. But I'm not seeing it now. I guess we'll use this thing. I'm almost positive, oh shit, that this isn't the right way to do this. No, that can't be right. It smells good though, oh my goodness. That smells good. What can we use here? There was a device, I think, that Nancy Droodles gave us, and I'm going to have to find it. I don't know where it is. How are we going to crush our nutmeg balls? So annoying. Alright, I just washed this thing. This will probably work. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of sorts at the moment. Computer, how much time is left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
Okay. Just testing. This is gonna work. Yeah, this works. This is how we're gonna get our nutmeg out of our balls. Your Scylla says coriander. Oh, I guess I could have used a coriander. Pug Lady 2600 says, watch your fingers. I'd wear chainmail. Yeah, but chainmail makes it very difficult to do things that require dexterity. I think this is going to be enough nutmeg. But boy, I gotta say, this smells good so far. I don't know why Keef Cooks didn't come out very good. This is smelling nice. Oh yeah, these mushrooms are calming down a little bit too. Everything seems to be going okay for the moment. but the night is young. I'm going to take this nutmeg ball and put it back in the case, or the jar, or whatever, because I don't want to waste it. Let's see what's next here. I know you guys have questions. I do want to get to them. For example, here, let's see. Game Master Flash, thanks again for gifting that 5 tier 1 subs. That's amazing. Janie Mango says, isn't the recipe just sauteed mushrooms? Oh no. Oh no, my friend. Au contraire, mon frère. Nami X03 says, maybe Keith doesn't like the balls. Put them in the coffee grinder. That would have been a good idea. Alright, everybody. We're getting just a little bit off here. We need to get back on track. So I'm going to go back to Keith Cooks. And
so what I'm going to do is leave it to cool down for a couple of hours because I've got to go out.
Did he already put in all those ingredients?
Once you've got a dryish mixture, you can add the porcini mushrooms, separate those from their liquid, but keep the chef's knife. And I was going to splash out and get a Worcester 20 centimetre classic icon, but they're about 140 quid. And it's just a little bit too much. And I read a review of this, it's from Pro Cook. It uses exactly the same steel as the Worcester.
He's doing a knife commercial.
Less than £40. And
that's bullshit. False advertising.
I'm going to start sweating the down as low as you can sweat for 5 or 10 minutes. So, just a word about the mushrooms. You don't have to strongly umami. Buy them from a super.
How did I get so far?
There might be some tiny bits of flick off with your
Sorry,
finger.
everybody. This
if you
is
mention putting a drop. Now we can add the mushrooms to the onions, and maybe add some more oil if you think you need to. And we
did that.
Just get those all coated and let those cook down for 5 to 10 minutes. They'll release a lot of liquid and take up less volume. And you can see here the liquid is pooling at the bottom of the pan. So what you need to do now is take the lid off, turn up the heat a little bit and try and get that to evaporate. Once you've got a dryish mixture, you can add the porcini mushrooms.
This is the part, everybody be quiet for a second.
But keep the liquid in case we need it later on.
This is the part I need to
know. So let those cook for about 5 minutes and then add all the other ingredients. So that's the nutmeg, the vinegar, the sugar, the lemon juice and the Henderson's relish or Worcestershire sauce, and then salt and ground black pepper to taste. Okay, I've tasted it and seasoned it and tasted it again, and it's not very nice. So
okay, I think we're good. Let's get the juice of 1 lemon. This stuff is really steaming up here. Maybe I'm going to turn down the heat. Okay, it's time to start adding in our other flavorings. So I'm going to do the juice of 1 lemon. We've got a lemon juicer here. Make sure you get the pits out. I don't see any pits, so that's good. I don't know why they put stickers on there like that. That's 1. And here's gonna be another one. Wow, there's no pits in this one. I like that. Okay, there's our lemon. Now we're gonna need some brown sugar. I don't know where my frickin' tablespoons are. But let's just sort of eyeball it. Maybe something like that. I've been cooking now for 8 years, and I've been teaching it on YouTube for 14 years. So I think I know my way around the kitchen, and I know how to eyeball things, you know? So I'm just going to do enough ground I have a Black & Decker peppercorn wrecker here, and we're going to use that. And I also have some sea salt, unbleached, undiluted, kosher sea salt that we're going to use. Let's try our malt vinegar. This is Irish pub style malt vinegar. We're just going to put enough of that so that we start to smell it. And then let's do, I hope we have enough of this. Boy, this stuff is really pungent. A1 sauce. Okay, we're not going to have to do the trick where we add water because it looks like there was enough. I don't want to put any more of that shit in here. Okay. So we've got a lot of liquid there. We're going to wait for that to dissolve. But it's really starting to look a little bit like catsup. Al Hayden says 100% Henry has longer experience in cooking than graduate chefs. Oh, I'm sure I do. Parasitosta says now we wait 4 hours. Well, we don't have that kind of time. We're going to play that video game again, the one that Game Master Flash gifted me, that started with a guy watching his kid get hit by a car and then his wife leaving him. And apparently the game goes more depressing from that moment. So we're going to see where that goes. Orlando Trustful says, hello Henry, what's the difference between a blind sniper and a constipated owl? A blind sniper, well, I can think of a lot of differences. One's an animal and one's a human. But it says here, one shoots but can't hit. The other hoots but can't shit. Oh, I got it. Oh, that's good. I like it. I think they call that, there's a word for the rhetorical syntactical device where you switch things, like ask not what your country can do for you, what you can do for your country, kind of thing. Borsenvin says 10 out of 10 joke. Fanatic Fox says that one was so relatable. Yeah, spoonerisms, yeah, that's one of it, but there was something, Borsenvin says a switcheroo. Computer, what is the rhetorical device where the piece repeats itself and switches in reverse? I don't know.
From Quillbot.com. Chiasmus is a rhetorical device that repeats ideas in reverse order to highlight balance or contrast.
Chiasmus. Chiasmus. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're doing here. You know, we have a lot of interesting smells going on. So I'm very fascinated to see what the fuck this is going to be when we're done. I think it's time to go to our video here and see what's next.
So what I'm going to do is leave it to cool down for a couple of hours because I've got to go out anyway.
And again, we're not doing that.
And then we'll come back to it and see maybe it's matured, because really, you know, the vinegar is quite astringent and I might need to add more sugar, but I don't know yet. We'll see later. Okay, it's the next day, so what we need to do is turn this chef's knife, and I was going to splash out and get a Worcester off.
We already did the lemon, right?
Classic Icon, but they're about 140 quid. And it's just a little bit too much. And I read a review of this. It's from Pro Cook. It uses exactly the same steel
how come it went
as
back?
The sugar, the lemon juice, and the Henderson's relish or Worcestershire sauce. It's not very nice. So what I'm going to do is leave it to cool down, and I might need to add more sugar.
I see.
Okay, it's the next day. So what we need to do is turn this into a puree.
Oh,
so you
it's
can do
for
it in a
ad money.
conventional blender. I don't have one at the moment.
Oh, we
so
have
I'm
one of
gonna
these.
Use this stick blender. It may take some time. Actually, I think this might scratch the enamel.
Wow, that looks
on
delicious.
This cast iron thing, so I'm going to put it into a stainless steel pan and finish it off.
No, roast beef wants to get in on the action now.
Looks wonderful, doesn't it? Okay, I've just had a little taste, and it's quite vinegary. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of sugar and a little bit of the water that the porcini mushrooms was soaked in. Stir that in.
Okay, I think we're just about ready.
Okay, I reckon that'll do. So you can stick that in a jar and...
Okay, let's get to work on ours. Already made a huge mess, unfortunately. I'll have to clean that up. This is an item that was gifted to me by you, the users. It's a semi-automatic whisker device. And you just push down on it. The only problem is it's all flying everywhere. That's not quite doing the trick. Let's try, I have another thing here. This is called an immersion blender. We've used this. That doesn't work at all. Not even a little bit. I think we need an actual blender. I'm gonna try this one. This might work. This is kind of working a little bit. Not really. I guess it's much harder to mash these things than I thought it would be. Let's go back to this one. We might be running into a little bit of a problem here. Maybe we can smash it. Maybe we'll use the potato smasher. Boy, these mushrooms just don't want to fucking mush. This is pissing me off now. You know what? I guess we got to pull out the fucking blender. I'll try one more thing. We have a baby whisker. My poor cat, roast beef, is having a bowel movement and it's not going well. I wish there was something I could do, but there really isn't. I think I know what I can try. I didn't want to have to bring this thing out, but I have a food processor. Oh my goodness. Sorry everybody, this has got to be really painful to watch. It's Here we go. Okay, we're in business now. I'm going to turn this off. And let's just pour our mushroom stuff into this food processor. I'm so sorry, buddy. I wish there was something that we could do. Oh. I'll just give you a little update. My poor cat is having a difficult morning with his bowel situation. And it causes a little bit of pain when he uses it. And I think he might be a little bit constipated or something. It's very distressing. But as soon as he's evacuated his bowels, then he's gonna feel better. All right, let's go ahead and, or it could be that my mushroom dish is pissing him off. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, you gotta plug it in, unfortunately. Okay, hold on. Oh. That should do it, right? Yeah, that did it. Okay, we've done it. Now what we're gonna do, okay, I'm gonna tend to my cat roast beef here for just a second. See if I can mollify him. Maybe we'll show, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna show the video for the upcoming stream that we're gonna do August 17th, which is an all music stream. This is the trailer put together by Parasitosis. Oh, buddy.
This is WSUM 101.5, the sounds of summer, and we've got something special for you.
Sometimes we all make mistakes, and sometimes we catch the real tough breaks. But here's a trick that I've been working on. Just say oops and move on.
Okay, Game Master Flash says 101.5 Bugle and Bing Bong come at you with traffic and weather on the fives. How did Henry just travel to the beach? This was a video that was put together by the users, namely Parasitosis, for the purpose of advertising an all music stream that we're going to do here on Henry's Kitchen. And I'm looking forward to it because, frankly, the cooking thing I think is driving me a little nuts. All right, here we go. So we're going to scrape this out. This is our, it looks a little bit more like mustard than it does catsup, but who am I to judge? Okay, so Zibignu says it looks like it was eaten before. Borsenben says Judge Henry. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says looks like shit. Hey, I'm trying. I'm trying the best that I can, and I'm just as God made me. Saguaro Ooh says that looks like delicious cat food. Okay, everybody. This is not easy. Cooking is hard. If it were easy, then they wouldn't call it cooking. They'd call it easy something or other. Holy Crap Awesome says it's not your fault, it's Keef's. Yeah. I mean, I really did the recipe pretty much the way it's supposed to be. Let's go ahead and find some crackers here that we can use. My God, this day is going poorly. I've got this thing and I just leaked all the crackers out of it. This is rosemary and sea salt rustic crostini. This is the only thing I've got for crackers. And the expiration date is July 10th, 2025. So it's not too long ago. Let's see how this tastes. Parasitosis says, shouldn't you try it with French fries? Oh, I would love French fries. If I had French fries right now, that would be so awesome. Okay, let's see what this tastes like here. Ah. Ah. Tastes like shit. It's got a, all right, I don't think I did the proportions right. The vinegar is way, way too much. I need some water. Did you guys see how much vinegar that I put on there? I thought I was just doing enough. Oh. You're right. Parasitosis brings up that Keith said it was going to be bad. He said maybe add some more sugar. Yeah, I could put more sugar on there, but you know, this is really nasty. I guess this was a delicatessen from the Middle Ages before somebody actually thought, well, how about instead of mushrooms, let's use tomatoes, and then they made a wonderful catsup. Eventually, Heinz, the company, marketed it and became sort of the kings of the industry. But this is an abomination. This tastes like shit. Here's what I'm going to do. We have... oh, forget it. Something I'm trying to find here. Oh yeah, okay. I have a gun that was gifted to me by you, the users. I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to scoop some of this into the chamber. Parasitosis, was that you that gave me this gun? It's a condiment gun. I'll show you how it works in just a second. We're getting there, guys. Don't you worry. This is probably the best place for this. Alright, so now we put it in the chamber there, and we're going to put this part of it over it. Holy crap, Awesome says, my Wi-Fi cut out after I have a gun. Thought I might have to call somebody. No, this is a condiment gun. Here's how it works. It's actually pretty fancy. You open this thing up somehow. How do you do that now? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. There you go. And you put this chamber in here. And there's a correct way to do it. And then it should fire out. Wait, hold on. We had difficulty with this before. Maybe it's got to be... I really want this to work. Oh, it's too thick, Ursula says. Okay, yeah, maybe this isn't going to work. Can anything go right today? No, yeah, you're right. Oh, wait, there it is. Oh, it's working. Hold on, it started working a little bit. Let's get a cracker. This would be a nice little thing to have at a restaurant, for example. Just sort of a, people like fun things like this when they go out to eat. But that's right, I forgot it tastes like shit. Oh, what am I doing? All right. Wow. We made a mess. This was a kind of a disaster. Boy, if you could see what I've got in front of me, the cleanup. Here, I'll get the roast beef cam and use it. To show you what's happening here at Henry's Kitchen. This is just sad. Cue the sad music. Zibnignu says you should make a washing dishes stream. Yeah, I probably should. Darn Good Stuff says today was not a victory. Yeah, I would like to have just sauteed mushrooms. We should have just left it at that. Janie Mango says, Henry, do you have any neighbors you don't like? Put it in a paper bag and set it on fire and ring the doorbell and run. Yeah, that probably would be good. Let's do one final send-off for this stuff here. Boy, I might have to completely wash this gun. This condiment gun. I didn't realize it was going to be too thick. Here. Not really sure what we can do with that. But I know roast beef is getting very jealous when he sees this, given his current condition. All right. Let's, well, I want to do the thank you song. I want to thank everybody, and we're going to play a little bit of this game, but I'm going to have to clear some space here, so that's going to be not without its challenges. I'll get... Oh, that's right. We were going to try to use a controller for this. I don't know. I'm just going to have a cracker because I'm so hungry. Check, 1, 2. Oh wait, reverb. Let's go ahead and say thank you to all of the users that come together to make Henry's Kitchen. I'm talking about the moderators, the folks that run the Discord, the Tier 3 subscribers, the major influencers, the technical advisors, and just the general people who contribute. And it's not an inclusive list. There's many, many more. But this is just sort of the least I can do is to go through a little bit of a thank you song for you. And let's do it to the tune of Hit in the Head by a Brick. Fucking dingle bop dumb beef hot bear 1110. Do dingle dog goggle Dr. Flangy's Bacchus. Shane yes Beelzebub Mochi's Nirvana. It's Kate and Kairosa. Bumble Vision and the LGX. Chef Reactions, Husky Boyle, Bill Larkin, Music in the Toilet. Nim Moon Moon, Emaru, Orca Mind, S-Fan and Bonnie 2, and Dazzle Kapler, Little Quest, and Boris and Vanilla, Lurk Bowl, and don't forget Quanto and Parasitosis. Don't forget Quanto. Lacey T, Purple Donut filling his fruit, Tankard and Boris and Vin Zodiac Tone. Gary Busey, ASMR Lurk Bowl, Shandis Nova Glarian, Mr. Gooseberry VT. Dazzle Cats, Oddbane, and Toke My Nuts. Saguaro Uberito 5555. Dinosaur JB's Text Sickly Boy Beelzebub. And Lips 1 in Caitlin's Kitchen. Emery 225, Chasm, and Nico Tezo, Michael Bublé 4422. Passion Air Minho Shin 64, Midnight Faded. Everybody! JSBX Fan, SB Tisk, Pool Boy 789, Please Nuts, Game Master Flash, The Cat Food Taste Tester, The Cheer Nicks, Mochis, Nirvana, Red Hot Hibachi, Ransom, GR, SB Tisk, Michelle Heffy, and don't forget Quanto. There you have it, everybody. All right, we're gonna try this game. I can't use the controller because it doesn't have batteries in it, so we'll do it like we did last time. But just give me a second, I need to set it up. I have to start Steam. Let me check in on some of the alerts here. BBSTG007 has resubscribed for 25 months and says, "Oh dear God, what did I just tune into?" Hi Henry, you must have been tuning in when we were loading our gun with mushroom catsup. Robert Tables, you're absolutely right, the reverb by San. And I just changed it. Remember, if you want to watch the DVD of the show, it'll be available right after the stream. Thanks, Robert Tables. Okay, we're gonna get this game going. The game is called Heavy Rain. And we need to go to Variety. Okay, I think we're just about there. Here we go. This is the game, you guys. You can see it and you can hear me, and everything's working from a technical perspective. I hope. Please let me know. This is the one we did, right? I'm a little off screen. Oh yeah, thanks. And then let's do the green screen as well. And I think we've got it. 2 years later. Uh-oh, we're having streaming issues, it looks like.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Dad.
This is the guy who accidentally killed his kid. What are we doing here? Should I go where he went? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, we got a kid in the car. Heavy bit rate. Okay. So, Quanto, let me know if there's a setting that I can use that's better. This game's called Heavy Rain. Checking up, making sure the kid is still in the back. This is why I was not a parent. Seatbelt, safety first, you guys. Gay Toad says it looks good. Okay, good. Let's start driving. Yeah, choppiness at the start, but now it's getting better. Okay, here we go. Matt T.O.R.B.A. X says, I'm calling it now, the kid's gonna die. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna have another cracker, but without the mushroom catsup or whatever the hell that was. Okay, black screen now. What's going on? Okay, we're having some kind of issue here. I don't know what's happening. Oh, okay. I guess it was loading. Yeah, I think the game is, I don't know, clicking pauses. Well, there's a lot of me not knowing what to do.
Sean, do you want to do your homework now?
Please, Dad, let me watch TV a little while longer. We'll do it later, okay?
All right, I'll come back a little later.
That's what I would do as a parent. And then I sit down right there.
What do you say we play together for a while?
I'd rather watch TV.
What the fuck? Game Master Flash just donated $20. Amazing. Thank you so much, Game Master Flash.
Sean, do you want to do your homework now?
Please, Dad, let me watch TV a little while longer. We'll do it later, okay?
I'm going to assume that's so that I can go get a pizza, and I will.
I think we should just get right to it. Then it's done and out of the way. Now, get your bag and get set up in the kitchen.
This is where if I were the kid, I'd say, you killed my brother. Change the channel. Boy, it seems like when I was growing up, games were always about spaceships or something. Just gonna sit here for a while. Nope, that wasn't a good idea. Maybe I'll make some toast. Snack, homework, dinner, bed. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. It's looking like my character has ADD or whatever, but it's because I keep on following what I think it's telling me that I'm supposed to do.
Dad, I'm finished.
I
go
better
watch
go.
TV.
Better go back in. Let me see how you.
Let me have a look. Pretty good. Looks like you're done. Off you go.
Good job, kid. I'm sorry I killed your brother. Guys, I don't know what to do in this game. I really don't. I wish I did. I keep seeing a thing saying sit in the chair, and so I sit in the chair. Hey, where's he going? Oh no, the kid's gonna fall off the chair. What's with the clock? Oh, I see. I'm supposed to look at what time it is. It's 6 o'clock, okay. And what's the thing over here? Homework. He already did his homework, though. I don't think this is gonna last very long, guys. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm very sorry.
Dad, why'd you turn it off? It was my favorite show. Turn it back on, Dad.
All right, I'm sorry.
All right, I might have to do some research. Oh, maybe it's dinner time? Start preparing dinner. I might have to research this game. Uh-oh, he just sneezed. Make food, how? I don't know. 6:30 now. I guess I'm making him dinner. Grab a beer. Put it back. Okay. Where's the kid? Oh no.
Do you want me to get your dinner?
Oh yeah, I'm really hungry.
Okay, I'll go see what I can find. I'll call you when it's ready.
There's pizza. Sorry guys, this has got to be painful. Oh, microwave. I put some pizza in the microwave. That's going to be a song coming up on the upcoming Jose Suicidio album to be released before the end of the year. Jose Suicidio likes to give himself plenty of time. Looks pretty good, at least right now to me.
You can come now, Sean. Your meal is ready.
I'm coming!
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Yeah, get some veggies. Matt TORLBX says, why is there an option to juggle? There's always an option to juggle. I should have chosen that option today instead of making mushroom catsup. Okay, I think I'm done with this. Why did I go outside? I didn't want to go outside. Where's the kid? Oh my god. Oh, he's back. Okay, everybody. This has been fun.
Come on, Sean. It's time for bed.
Oh, but I never go to bed this early.
You're right, it's still early. I'll come back for you when it's time.
Dad, everything okay with you?
How are things at school? Is your teacher nice?
Everything's fine, Dad.
So, do you want to talk a little?
Talk about what?
I don't know, about you, your friends, how things are going.
Nothing special.
Come on, Sean. It's time for bed.
I'm not tired yet. Can I stay up a little longer?
All right, we'll wait a little before going to bed.
But don't say anything to your mother, okay?
Come on, Sean. It's time for bed.
Oh, but I never go to bed this early.
You're right, it's still early. I'll come back for you when it's time.
Or I might come back right away. Okay, 8:05. What are we supposed to do? Bed. Okay, now it's time for bed.
Come on, Sean. It's time for bed.
I'm not tired yet. Can I stay up a little longer?
No.
Now, that's not very reasonable, is it? You have school tomorrow. You have to get some sleep.
All right, I'm going. Are you
Well, I
coming
just
with
had
me?
microwave
Go brush your
pizza.
teeth and
It's
put on
gonna
your
be
pajamas. I'll come
Nightmare
up.
time. I just had nightmare food. I'm gonna have flashbacks of the trauma. How come it's not? What is this? Origami killer strikes again. 7th victim identified. The police have confirmed that the modus operandi... Wait, what did it say? I didn't get to finish it. What was the modus operandi? No, sorry everybody. Oh. I wanted to read the newspaper again. Did anybody see what the origami... Oh, I need to lock the door. What's this? Darn Good Stuff says you're playing it 100% correctly. Wow, thank you, Darn Good Stuff. Sure doesn't feel like it. Who's this origami killer? Just getting an overview of the house. This is going to turn into phasmophobia. Okay. I'll hate him. Do you ever lock yourself in the toilet at night and turn the light off to feel something, or is that just me? I think it's you and this guy. Sean? Sean?
Good night, Sean.
My teddy! I haven't got my teddy, Dad!
You must have left it somewhere in the house. Do you have any idea where it could be?
No, Dad. Please, I can't sleep without him.
All right, I'll have a look around and see if I can find it, okay?
I better lock the door. lock the window.
That's too bad, Sean. Time to sleep now.
Oh no, Dad. Please, I need my teddy.
All right, I'll have a look around and see if I can find it, okay?
Fucking finding this kid's teddy now? I kinda got a hose again. It's probably downstairs, to be honest with you. Darn good stuff says your brother had a teddy once too. Remember what happened to him? You're absolutely right. I want to read more about the killer. What was his modus operandi? Does anybody remember? Because if it said something like he goes into the upstairs window of two-story houses. Let's see if I can get a bird's eye view here. Is that the teddy on the couch? What is that? There's no teddy. I'm on a wild goose chase here. A scream? Janie Mango says it must have been the TV, no? Find the teddy. Oh yeah, nothing like a little creepy music. There's no teddy. Should be in the laundry room. Okay, this ends another chapter of Heavy Rain. Good night, my child. Uh-oh, something's happening. Flashbacks. This is how I feel after the mushroom catsup. Chicago? Oh no, he's the origami killer. Oh boy. that sucks when you find out you're the origami killer. Dark Ages says it's a prank. His son pranked him. Boy, that would be great. Alright, this might be where we're going to have to let it go. Next time I'm going to have the controller for sure. And I think that's going to make it a little easier. Apparently I'm in for a roller coaster. I've definitely aged a lot. Okay, I think it's time. We're going to pick this up. Progress. There's no option for me to save. I'm glad it was great. Okay, that's going to have to do it for today. Exit game. Yes. Game Master Flash says, get a pizza, King. If Keith said the catsup was bad when he made it and yours was bad too, then it's a success. Well done, Henry. Thank you very much, Game Master Flash. I am so hungry. I'm going to get a medium pepperoni pizza and I'm going to eat the whole thing. Or I might go to Little Caesars where they give you twice as much. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. We made total garbage today. It was just complete shit. But it's that's part of the risk when you cook, you know. Sometimes shit happens, as the old saying says. Parasitosis says, Kiefer Sutherland is an asshole, is the lesson he learned today. Yeah. Kenichiro says, what the heck? How did he teleport from the street to a kitchen? Oh, no. That was, I had a green screen behind me, and I just took it down. But thanks, everybody. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and hope to see you August 17th for the all-music stream so that I'm not cooking a bunch of shit and having to clean it up. And I'll see you at noon Pacific time on Sunday, where we're going to have the usual cooking a bunch of shit and cleaning it up. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, I'll hate 'em. Thanks, Janie Mango. Thanks, Parasitosis. Big Nesky. I appreciate it. Thanks, Pass Me the Glue. Dazzle Cat. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Thanks.